Admittedly, troops, it is a slow Tuesday morning, but we're here for some Talksport. Oh yeah, Mccoist versus Neil Lennon. Is it the early 2010s again? Welcome back to the channel, alright? Welcome back to the channel. And yeah, Jeff Stelling, obviously. Was he on Talksport this morning? I don't know. So, can he be a bit of Jeff Stelling? But that whole thing with Ed Sheeran a few weeks ago, it's just weird, I think. If you know, you know. If you don't, then we'll just move on. Anyway, so Mccoist, Neil Lennon via satellite said, well, he said he had to hear a question for Ali first, then he answered, but let's dive into it. He said, and I quote, "Neil, you're going to destroy me, but I've got to ask you about Celtic. The draw with Bruges was maybe a bit of a reminder, but the win against Leipzig, that's as good as I've seen Celtic at home in Europe in a long time." End of quote. Yeah, I mean, you can say it was a reminder from Club Bruges that here, you know, it actually, you know, it's not going to be a foregone conclusion that you win every game, but I mean, 4 points out of those 6, you've absolutely took that, I think, ahead of them. Would you not have? Well, of course you probably would have. I mean, 4 points, you can say it's negative, but I mean, Leipzig, great team. Club Bruges, I mean, a good team. You know what I mean? I think you'll just look at the Champions League group of the league table, and you know, I think Leipzig are awful, but they're not. You know, I mean, they're Bundesliga opposition, right? But anyway, Lennon jumped in, and he said, and I quote, "In the second half against Leipzig, they were terrific. It's the best I've seen them in Europe for a while. In Bruges, I thought they were very good and deserved at least a point out of it. Brendan has a score at his disposal. That's as strong as it's been for a long time." End of quote. He says in Bruges. Lennon, the game wasn't in Bruges, big man. Right? The game was not there. There's a picture I'm seeing here on the article of Lennon and Mccoist before a charity match in Airdrie. They look a wee bit too happy beside each other. What's going on there? Lennon went on to say, and I quote, "They spent a lot of money strengthening, and that's what you wanted. Domestically, they're imperious. They seem to be steamrolling teams, and in Europe, they've had a lot of good results." They have had a lot of good results, you know, a draw against Atalanta and Bruges, a win against Leipzig, the win against Bratislava. You know, the win against Bratislava and Dortmund almost cancel each other out, don't they? Well, I said that. I said if the win against Bratislava is as good as the defeat against Dortmund, they're on par. It's not, but you know, you're expected to lose against Dortmund and you're expected to beat Bratislava. You know what I mean? We can sit here and say what we want, but an L and a W were predicted, maybe just not by the amount of goals they both were. But yeah, I mean, you can't really disagree with Lennon. There's a bunch of good results. Now, they did talk a wee bit about the game on Wednesday, Pataudry, all that good stuff. So we'll see what Lennon had to say there. Hold the line, down, 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 down. It's very cold, man. It's very, very cold, but Lennon points out the fact that he is going up to Pataudry on Wednesday. He says it's going to be cold, -14, all that good stuff. I mean, I guess you guys would probably rather an exact quote for Neil Lennon instead of me making them up. But the reality is, I can't find it. The app's not working. The Daily Record. The Daily Record's just absolutely... Oh, he said, what did he say? I'm going up to Pataudry tomorrow night, unfortunately, because it's going to be absolutely Baltic. I'll have about 14 layers on. Absolutely. Looking forward to the action tomorrow night, folks. Now, if you have the Rangers persuasion, I say if you have the Rangers persuasion, I'm sure people would rather. I'm sure Celtic fans would rather watch my watch along against Kelly than watch their own team against Aberdeen. But here, we'll see. I'll judge that by the viewers I get tomorrow night. All right. Anyway, folks, that's where Big Stevie Cool is going to leave this video. I'll tell you what, it's absolutely freezing. It's -1, man. I've carried a can of Coke there and my fingertips have near frozen to it. Absolute mince. But what do you guys make of Neil Lennon and Mccoist's comments here? Good stuff? Poor stuff? What do you make it? Great banter? Leave it down below, and we'll have an SPFL midweek reaction. Midweek preview show, I think. I mean, there's only a couple of games on, but they're big games, you know what I mean? They're tasty games. You cannot be doing it at the end of the day. Anyway, folks, leave your thoughts down below. And that's Big Stevie Cool. Peace and out.